Hi. Well, this is BDSM Talk 7.5. The last talk I discussed briefly where to go to meet people, and I said you should wait until I do the next video on ways to protect yourself. Meeting people on the internet is always hard. It's really hard. There's a lot of risk involved. You don't really know who you're meeting. You could be talking to someone who's a fake alias. You could be, you never know. There are so many predators out there, and I absolutely love it when a guy's like, oh, no, don't worry, I'm not an axe murderer. I'm like, do you really think Jeffrey Dahmer would say he doesn't eat people? You know, they don't come right out and say, hey, I'm gonna kill you tonight. Maybe before or after sex, you never know. Could be fun. You may enjoy it. You may be dead, but you may enjoy it. No, they don't say that. Though there was one case of a BDSM couple getting together for cannibalism, a bit of an extreme again, and it was consensual, but the guy that ate the person did go to jail. Most state laws and most laws, at least in Canada, I believe overseas, you can do damage up to the point of grievous bodily harm. That is when you can't consent any further. So, basically drawing vast amounts of blood, losing a limb, probably breaking a bone. I would assume stabbing, puncture wounds, gunshots, anything very physically damaging, I don't think you can do. But again, it's all up to your state laws. Double check. So anyways, meeting someone online. Regular dating, you need to be somewhat careful too. BDSM dating, you need to go 2 steps farther than that. When you meet someone for a BDSM date, sometimes there's the anticipation that you're going to play that first date. I usually recommend don't play the first date, but if I say don't do it at all, I'm a hypocrite because I've played on the first time I've met someone. Go with your gut. If you feel comfortable enough and you think you're going to be alright, and you really want to do it, go right ahead. But if something happens, you own 50% of that blame. So you can't say, oh, well, it was all his fault, or all her fault. No, half of it goes to you when you pass that point. The first thing I recommend when you're meeting with someone, chat to them online for a bit, send a few emails back and forth, then exchange messengers, talk on there for a little while. When you feel comfortable, go to phone. Get a feel for someone's voice. A lot of people don't put much emphasis on that, but how someone talks to you denotes a lot. It really does. You want to make sure they're treating you with respect, even if you are a submissive. Submissives deserve the same amount of respect, if not more than a dominant. It's shown differently. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you have to put your submissive up on a pedestal, but you need to respect what they do for you. As a submissive, I can say that when I am crawling and kneeling at someone's feet, I am giving them my life. In my relationships, I go to the edge. Sometimes I've tiptoed over that edge. So I am literally giving that person the right to do whatever they want to my body. Without that trust, I could be in a whole shitload of trouble. So you want to make sure you trust that person. But get a feel for the voice. If you don't like the way they're talking to you, you won't like them in person usually. Check out the emails. Try to get a full name. I am a big fan of doing the Google search for a name. I really am. You can find some stuff that you may not like, but it's better to find it before than after it's too late. Before you meet them, get a full name and a phone number, especially if you're going across town, out of town. I live in a border city, so I meet a lot of people from Michigan, and I'm in Windsor, so it's a 20-minute drive, but you're going from Canada to US. I will not meet someone in another country for a first meeting. They come to my turf. That's my rule. Because once you're over there, what's going to stop them from doing anything? Safe calls. A great practice. I struggle with them. I understand their importance, but I still struggle with them. Mainly because I like a bit of risk. It's bad. It really is. So I'm not trying to sound hypocritical. I'm trying to just tell you information. What you do with it, your choice. I'm just giving it to you. Safe calls are basically, say my friend Sam. She's going out, she's going to go meet this guy, they're going to do something crazy, first time they're meeting, and they're planning this whole long thing. I will have the numbers where they're going to be at, I will have the location, and at certain intervals, I will call to make sure I can still talk to her. I can still talk to her, I can hear her voice, I can hear that she's okay. If she's not okay, then I call the local authorities and something gets done about it before it's too late. Use them. Use them, use them, use them, use them. Especially while you're just trying out to get a feel for things. Use them. You don't want to end up hurt. It is a bit of a risk that you do when you meet people from these sites and when you want to go further into BDSM. It's a risk. It's worth it, but it's a risk. So you've had your first meeting. I usually suggest a public place. Coffee shops are great. Nondescript. You can sit, you can chat. They're wonderful. Talk. Feel each other out. Find out what your interests are. If you prefer just spanking, if you prefer total power exchange, where your interests in this lie. And if you want to progress further. If you want to progress to a play date and you feel comfortable that day, have at her. If not, reschedule, meet up a few more times, and then play. If you can, play publicly. There are dungeon monitors watching. They can help you if you get in trouble. Remember your safe words. Make sure you know that that person is going to respect them. That is crucial. Some dominants say they don't play with safe words. Find that out beforehand. Know your limits. Know what you will and will not do. Make sure you voice them and make sure you stay true to them. Pushing a limit is alright. For example, I'm not an anal fan. It's a soft limit. Eventually I want to lose it, but so a dominant kind of poking but not really forcing, it's pushing the limit, but it's not crossing it. A dominant sticking his cock in my butt, over the limit. I'm done. So, that kind of gives you an idea. I think that's about it for this one. If you have any further questions, I forgot to post the links on my last video, so I'll post them on this one. I hope this clarifies a bit more. Please trust your instincts. That is the most crucial thing that I can say. Trust yourself. Thank you very much. Play safe. Enjoy the meetings that you'll have, because I'm sure you'll have wonderful ones. If you want, send me all the juicy details, because, gotta live vicariously through you. And, and I will be around. So, again, play safe, please. Thank you.